Okay, Mr. Horn, you can hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Great, okay. This is People of the State of Michigan versus Christopher Horn, docket number 20-897FH. This is the time set for sentencing. Mr. Horn, can you just confirm for me again that you're okay with doing the sentencing without being in the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Great, thank you. You were convicted of operating while intoxicated, third offense, that is a felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. You have the right to an attorney. You are represented by Mr. Cornish. Mr. Cornish, have you had a chance to go through the pre-sentence report with your client?
We have, Your Honor.
Do you have any additions, deletions, or corrections?
There was one minor correction. It was just a spelling error on my name, but they spelled it with a V instead of a PH on page 2. But other than that, no corrections to the body of the report.
Okay. Any objection to the scoring of the guidelines?
No objection. I think Miss Libby Allen has a correction that we're stipulating to.
Okay, Ms. Allen for the people. Any corrections to the report, or you want to take the change to scoring?
Only to the scoring, Your Honor. OV 18 is scored at 0 and should be 15 based on the BAC. That changes the total OVs to 15, the level to a 2, and the range to 10 to 23 from 7.
Okay. Oops. That was 18, right? OV 18?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I made those changes. So the guidelines are E2 and range of 10 to 23 months, and there is a Killebrew agreement of no more than 12 months in jail, which I will follow. And did the people wish to be heard?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Cornish?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did talk with my client a lot about this, and I've met with him several times, and I just want to point out a couple of things to the court today. He did come right forward on this. This isn't a case where he fought or tried to file a bunch of motions that didn't go someplace. He came right forward and was very honest, admitting to his wrongdoing and working this case out as quick as he could to admit his responsibility. The other big thing I wanted to point out to the court is while he does have an extensive history, as can be seen on the cover page of this and in the section that details that, the one thing that really stood out to me is that the last thing he really got in trouble for was back in 2008, other than the DWLS in 2009, but the last real serious thing was 2008, that he had about a 12 plus year stretch there of sobriety, of maintaining what he was doing, staying clean and sober and doing what he was supposed to do. And I really thought that was important and struck me honest here, that he kind of seems like he fell off the wagon here, and he's back in AA. He's taken the steps he needs to do, and I know he's working, and I know he's got some other stuff to add to that, but I really wanted the court to take that into consideration, that yes, there's some time in there where he did some time in prison, but that's a long stretch of doing the right thing. And then this looks like it'd be a step back, but not a failure that he's going to continue back in this line. But I think that there's a chance that he's going to recover and go back to doing the right thing again and have hopefully remain clean this time and not fall off that wagon again. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Horn, anything you wanted to say?
Well, like he said, you know, it's been a while since I've been in trouble. I made the wrong decision to drink and drive. The job I have right now, man, this is like one of the best jobs I've ever had. I have a 401k plan. All the jobs recently I've had, it's never been this important to me. I mean, I'm making $19 an hour, and you know, I really don't want to lose this job. I know I've done wrong. I'm willing to take my punishment, but if I could just stay out of jail and keep this job, it would really mean a lot to me.
Well, Mr. Horn, I'm not so much interested in punishing you, so to speak. I'm interested in getting you some treatment because I acknowledge what your attorney said. You have had a long period of sobriety. 2009, the wheels fell off. And now here we are again with, a felony OWI. And this report would indicate that, I mean, just laying it out straight, that you're a relapsing alcoholic. And, you won't have that job if you don't treat the underlying problem of alcoholism. There won't be a job to go to. You may not even have your liberty to enjoy. So, I'm trying to say, this might be the time in your life where you have to look at treatment as your first priority. No matter how important the job is to you, and I hear you, I understand how important a job can be, and it sounds like a good job. But if you're a relapsing alcoholic, you need some immediate help.
Yes, ma'am.
And I again acknowledge that you've had a long period of sobriety, but all that proves to me is that you can do this, and that you did learn the tools to manage it and stay sober, but you also are subject to relapse, and whatever the trigger is that gets you there, it has happened again. So, and I didn't see, looking back in your history, I didn't see any kind of real meaningful treatment whatsoever, which, I mean, that's great. If you managed sobriety for that long on your own, that's great. But I think this case alone proves that you need some outside help. So I am sympathetic to your job situation, but I think this is more important. And I'm going to place you on probation for a period of 36 months. 6 months in jail with credit for 1 day served. I'll suspend 60 days for successful completion of inpatient treatment. And that will be at either the House of Commons or TRICAP. You have to pay $130 to the Crime Victims Fund, $68 in state costs. I'm waiving oversight fees. Costs in the amount of $250 based on the State Court Administrative Office calculated average cost of a criminal case in Ingham County. Additional conditions of probation are: you may not use or possess alcoholic beverages or controlled substances. You must comply with both drug and alcohol testing as your agent directs. You may not use marijuana recreationally or in violation of the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act. You must attend AA, NA, and or CA meetings as directed by your agent. You must complete, as I've indicated, residential substance abuse treatment through either House of Commons or TRICAP. You must waive confidentiality and allow any treatment program you're required to attend to disclose information about you to your agent. You must comply with the Michigan Department of Corrections electronic monitoring program upon your release from treatment, and that will be 120 days on SCRAM. You must not engage in any assaultive, abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. No contact with anyone you know to have a felony record. You must not change your residence unless you first get written permission from your agent. You must not possess a weapon while you're on probation. You must contact your agent no later than the first business day following your release from treatment. You must comply with the written and verbal orders of your agent. Let the agent into your home at any time. Submit to a search of your person or property without need of a warrant, and report any changes to your agent within 24 hours. And Mr. Horn, you have the right to file an application for leave to appeal your conviction and your sentence in this matter. You're entitled to an attorney at public expense to assist you in doing that. If you're making a request for one, you have to make it within 42 days of today's date. We will send you the form that explains that more, and the form that you use to request counsel for an appeal. You should just know the time starts running from today. When would you like to report to the jail, Mr. Horn? I'll give you that option.
Well, could I report at least Friday till Friday? Because
Yes.
I can actually get my wages all situated and help my girl out before
Yes,
I go in.
I'll do that. Can you report by 5 p.m. to the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then report by 5 p.m. You're all set. Good luck, Mr. Horn.
All right, thank you.
Thank
You're
you, Your Honor.
welcome.
Thanks, Ms. Allen.